Emotions. Okay, so everything that you go through, if it produces an emotion that you don't think is a positive one, then what happens is you bury it deep within your body. And what I mean by a positive emotion is a lot of people like to label good feeling emotions as good and bad feeling emotions as bad. And some people actually avoid the bad feeling emotions, so feelings of sadness, anything that makes them feel not internally good. They avoid these feelings at all cost, which means that when something actually happens externally to produce that feeling within, to make them feel doubtful or sad or, anything that doesn't feel good to them when they feel it, instead of allowing themselves to feel that emotion and therefore it can be released because you've just felt exactly what an experience produced inside you, made you feel, you felt that emotion, now it's fine, you can move on. Rather than them doing that, they literally try and feel any other kind of emotion instead of that, or they try and numb that emotion, or they talk themselves out of the fact that they shouldn't be feeling that emotion. And this is such a huge thing that happens, especially, in this society, because a lot of people don't want to be vulnerable and are not vulnerable even with their own emotions. So it only hurts yourself if you don't feel emotions when things happen. Because, for example, if something happened externally to make you feel upset, if you just allowed yourself to feel that emotion, maybe you cried or whatever, and it lasted for 5 minutes of crying, but then afterwards you felt absolutely fine because you allowed your body to release that feeling that experience caused you to feel. Okay, and this is what would happen normally if that happened. If you actually felt it and released it, that emotion wouldn't be building up in your body. So now you would feel fine moving about your life until another thing happened and caused a negative feeling inside you. Again, you feel the emotion and then you go on with your life. And you've not got the trapped emotions from those experiences stuck in your body because you've felt them and you've released them. And again, this could literally just look like 5 minutes of crying, and then after you're like, oh, I feel so good now, I feel fine, because that is exactly what does happen because you've released that feeling. But a lot of people don't want to feel those feelings because they label emotions as good and bad. So when they do feel sad or they feel like they're about to cry from something that's caused them that feeling, they try and